Let us begin. That was weird. So I guess this is going to be playtest 3.5 instead of 4, because this is the same maps I played last time. Just the updated. Let's see how this goes. Ooh. Man, this got completely reworked. Interesting idea. Oh. Angled panel. Bounce up there. So we got some white here. Interesting that I can hit that from across the map. Interesting. So we got some swashbuckling going on here. That's always fun. A lot of options. Very open. Very solid. Oh, look at that. Indicating the minimum height by just placing it higher. I like that. There's also this going on. That's interesting. So I'm guessing the original thing I was supposed to do is that I was actually supposed to use portals to be able to bounce up to the exit platform. That's my guess. We have the grading area that does the elevator. Those ant lines. Yeah, I think those ant lines work, especially since the entire wall is portable surface. It's more forgivable to have the antline cross over it. Usually, I think it's usually a pet peeve when antlines cross over like very small portal surfaces that you use frequently, or like auto portals or whatever. But this is fun. I like this. Maybe the white platform could be raised up or lowered very slightly. Actually, I'd probably maybe have it lowered like a quarter tile or an eighth tile, so it's easier to shoot from across the map. If it's even intentional that I'm able to shoot it from across the map. I'm assuming it is, because you left it open like this. Swashbuckle everywhere. So I cannot make that gap on my own. But that's fine. Just gonna swashbuckle this entire area. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Tons of gel. That's gonna be really fun, I think. People are really gonna like that. So this, I assume, I gotta do this. Or there. I'm guessing I could do it either there or there. I'm not sure which one would be better. Would it be better to leave that open, that the players can walk through it, or to do the same thing with the grading again over there? And you have to use this one to do the bounce. I'm fine with either one, honestly. This definitely seems a lot more fluid than the original. So a much more interesting little thing there. Alright, let me get the cube. One thing... Actually, no, never mind. It might be good if you move the dropper for the cube up onto the same ledge that the button is, just so the player can more easily catch the cube, and... Unless you want to teach the player that cubes tend to bounce off of bouncy surfaces too, which I would totally be fine with. If that's not what you intended, then I think it'd be better to have the dropper up on the same ledge so that it's not, it's a little easier to grab. All right, that looks much different. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. I think. Oh, I see why it's open like that. I'm guessing what it is I'm going to bounce through the portal surface and then come out of that portal surface and keep on bouncing. It's an interesting idea. I feel like potentially there should be a section, just a small section somewhere here where where it's impossible to get gel on the floor, just so you can have a place to rest the cube. Because if I swashbuckled the entire area to be covered in blue gel, then I'd have to do some interesting maneuvers to place portals and then take the cube, because I can't really, it's different. I don't know what is going on with the portal there. So we can put the cube on the button. We can even make it from over there. Cool. Ah. I like this. So then, I do that, I'm guessing. Oh no! Maybe I don't do that. What? I hit the wall. So I can make this jump. And then I can make it up there. I'm assuming that's not the intended solution? I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that's not the intended solution. Yeah, because you can make, because with how high this is, you can make this, and then you can turn. So I guess in a way, the player has choices in how they can handle this situation. They can either do it without portals, just doing these really fun high bounces, or they can go through the portals on the floor and avoid having to go over the pit. Although if you want going through the portals to be the intended solution, I would suggest maybe having like a wall kind of going along. But I don't know, maybe that'd hinder the gameplay. So yeah, this version of the blue gel chamber I think is definitely a lot more fluid. A lot more fluid. This in particular is going to be pretty fun, bouncing off of that and landing. So those nitpicks. So now the only things I have to say about this one are just minor nitpicks. Being there should probably be a space on this floor that you cannot coat. There should be a space on the floor that cannot be coated in gel, so you have a place to rest the cube while you place your portals. This is fine. Cool and good. This is awesome. Although yeah. People are definitely going to like the swashbuckle effect here. Carol buckle. Carolyn buckle. Carolyn, why do I know this woman? You know what'd be funny? You know what'd be a funny idea? Is if there's a very minor Easter egg on this map where you can find a picture of Carolyn somewhere. As a kind of a reference there. I don't know, something to think about. So yeah, that one, I have barely any complaints about that version. That was excellent. Much more fluid than the previous version. So let's see about the next one. And we're live. Alright, so now we're on the gel test. So, alright, so you remove the portal surfaces here and have the cube or have the button like this. I think that's I think it's good that you have this here because it's, I think it makes it a little more clear what you have to do, because in the previous version when you had the white panels up here, I thought that the solution was going to partly involve knocking the cube off the button using the blue gel, just because of how that was set up. But now it is no longer like that. So that's nice. It's more clear. Open door policy, there's the thing there, there's this again, there's this is still fine, this is fine, that's fine. Let's see how this goes. Oh, you added a large glass window. Very snazzy. Very snazzy. Ooh, this is different. The fizzler button is now on the outside of the fizzler room. Interesting. So the only way I'll be able to get a portal on there is when I actually have the cube on the button. This activates the gel, and I can see into the outside. There's the gel signage. Very nice. Very nice. Then here, we can use bombs. And we have a lice. We have lice. Yes, we have a lice. We have a large glass window that lets you see what you're doing. This is going to be very important, this glass window. I very much appreciate this solution. Instead of having to rearrange the entire, massively rearrange the entire format, I have a nice window. Very nice. So now we got to get the cube. It's got a button. And I like that the cube starts unspawned, so you have to spawn it in that way. So I guess this works, having it so that maybe something like this, and the cube always in order to respawn the cube, it has to go back in here, which forces you to coat it in the gel, to constantly remind you that this is a feature of blue gel. Or the Schrodinger's box. I'm not sure which one would be better. Probably actually should not have done this yet. I need to get gel here. What in the world? I'm glad it gave me 2 bombs. Oh, and I only really need... Oh, I need to get another bomb later. I gotta clean you off. Ploop. Do that. I gotta get another gel bomb about here so I don't have to use portals crossing the gap. Do that. And now, I gotta do a juggle. It's time to juggle. The gel bomb is being juggled. And since I can see it from right there, that's going to be constantly juggling. So now I can go up here, put the cube on the gel button. One thing I'll say is of course, there's the really dumb, I don't know why they have this feature for cubes and gels, that they lose momentum if you juggle them for too long, gel bombs and cubes. It really makes me mad because sometimes it actually breaks puzzles, and it's just because of physics. So I don't know if it would even make sense to do this in the hammer version, but it might be a good idea in the hammer version to somehow have a forced fling set up for the gel so that it never loses momentum during the juggle, so the player has plenty of time to figure out that they have to juggle the bomb and, you know, get it there. Because if the gel loses momentum, too much momentum, they take too long, and then they put the portal to get it on there, and it just misses and falls into the grating, they might get discouraged from trying to do that as the solution, and then they might get stuck. I don't know, that's just me ranting about the physics of Portal 2. So, now... Oh, heck. Oh, I'm dumb. I wasn't supposed to do that yet. Clever. Very clever. I'm first supposed to have gel just in that room. I think. Yes. And then I gotta take the portal away. And then I gotta go set up the portal. Oh no, not there. Not there. You want to set it up here. And then we want to put the cube on the I almost call it the wash button, on the cleansing gel button. Speaking of which, the adhesion gel is gonna make, I think using adhesion gel in the way that I was describing in Discord earlier is gonna make cleansing gel less of just, you know, water, and it's gonna feel more like a 5th gel, you know? Gel is not just your enemy. It's not just your cube cleaning friend and your gel washing away enemy. It also becomes your gel washing away friend, and becomes a major puzzle element, and I think that's really going to be very important. So, what was the next thing? Right, we gotta juggle it. This is the part where we have to juggle it. Because we have to juggle it because that keeps our portal in there. Portal management, recalling portal management skills, very good. So the bomb juggles, and we wait. We do that. And then we go into the room, and then we bounce into the portal. Very, very nicely done. I am very, very impressed and very grateful for what you have done with those 2 chambers. You made them a lot more fluid. Like, fundamentally, you didn't change a whole lot of the layout or of the puzzle or the puzzle mechanics. You just fixed some exploits. But this window right here is vital to players being able to more easily understand what's going on in the puzzle, and I definitely think people will appreciate having this window here. This window makes the puzzle, I think. Well, I mean, other than the main mechanics, of course, but yeah, this window is vital. It's also nice, kind of in reverse, that when you're first entering the room, you can also see what's going on, what you're leading up to in this room. So that's nice. So yeah, excellent job with that. I don't have a whole lot of complaints, especially with this one. This one was excellent. Not a whole lot of complaints. I don't remember where the exit elevator is. I think it's this one. Is this the exit elevator? Yes, it is. So yeah, excellent job, Demon. You did it. You done good, kid. Well, not kid. You're older than me. So, that's kind of... Anyway, very nice. So glad you let me playtest these things. Love you for doing that. No homo. See ya.